Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sweetwater High School. We are at Sweetwater High School today for our District 6 3A volleyball standings, our game here against the Sweetwater Lady Mustangs and your Jim Ned Lady Indians. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sweetwater High School. We're underway here. Sweetwater takes the first point, up 1-0. Having some technical difficulties right now, so I'm trying to get those worked out. I apologize. Long point, there's a block at the net by Jessa Garcia. Brings our score to 2-0. Sweetwater is up right now. I'll get that adjusted here in just a few minutes. Big serve goes to Lawson, to Garcia. Phelps going to send that one over. There's a tip. Found a hole in the defense. Another point for the Lady Mustangs. 3-0 is your score. Back row attack by Schreiber. It's no good. 4-0, Sweetwater. Starting off a little slow, a little rusty here. Another tough serve. That one's dug out by Lawson, sent over by Garcia. Big swing from the outside. That was number 4, Gibson, with the swing. Sweetwater up 5-0. We've got a break in the action, and we'll take a quick break and be back after this.
Between the kids' stuff, being on the road, working at my ranch, I don't always have time to focus on everyday tasks like banking. That's why I rely on the First Financial Bank mobile app. I can pull out my phone anytime, anywhere, and handle my banking business in seconds. And if I need to talk to someone, a friendly, helpful voice is only a phone call away. Take your time back with First Financial Bank's mobile banking. First Financial Bank, member FDIC.
We are back to live action. Jim Ned trailing here in the first, 5-0. Another big serve. That goes to Phelps. Can't control that one. Brings up another point for the Lady Mustangs. Right now for Sweetwater, number 2, Kyra Gomez is doing the serving. Goes to Shriver. Phelps from the outside, off the block, and Jim Ned is on the board. Back to serve for the Lady Indians is Natalie Reed. Ball at the net. It's played over by number 7, the libero for Sweetwater. Out of bounds. Point goes to Jim Ned. Another good serve by Reed. Swing from the outside. That one's dug out by King. Shriver back sets that one to Wood. That one's close. Kept alive by the Lady Mustangs. King back set to Garcia. Cross court attack. Dug out. Another big block at the net. That is Phelps and Garcia. 6-3. Lady Indians battling back. Got started a little slow, but we are digging out here. Reed still serving. Off the top of the net. Shriver digs it. King keeps it alive. That timing was all off because the attack hit the net. Shriver had to dive for it just to get it in the air. Went right over the shoulder of King. He just couldn't make a play on it. So Sweetwater gets that point up 7-3. Serve goes to Finley on the back. Wood with the attack. That's sent over. Out of bounds. Number 14, Gonzalez, hit that one out of bounds. So point goes to Jim Ned, trailing here in the first 4-7. Good serve by Garcia. That one's played over. Phelps, King, back set to Wood on the slide hit. Diving save. Lady Mustangs just can't get it over the net. Another point for Jim Ned. Very beginning of the match, they had a very nice ceremony for this being Cancer Awareness. October, big pink out. There's a swing out of the middle from Gibson for the Lady Mustangs. She puts that one away. 8-5 is the score. Both teams came together, recognized cancer survivors that were in the audience, had them come down on the floor, told who they were playing for, and then both teams circled up and had a prayer led by someone here in Sweetwater. It was just a really nice moment to start this match. Overpass by Brokaw. Timing was a little off by Mataska. She missed on that one, so the point will go to Jim Ned. It's 8-6 now. Mustangs still in the lead. Cross-court attack dug out by Brokaw. Overpass. King keeps it alive. Diving attempt by Shriver. Just couldn't catch up to it. Point goes to Sweetwater. Number 12 for the Lady Mustangs. Strickland checks in. And number 6, Woolsey back to serve. Sends that one over to Brokaw. King back set to Wood on the outside. That one's tipped at the net. Brokaw. King sets that one across court to Beasley. Hits the top of the net. Another point for Sweetwater, 10-6. Finley with a good pass to King. That one's tipped by Beasley, just wide. 11-6, Sweetwater. Shriver to King, back sets to Wood. Over the top of the double block there for a point. 11-7. Substitutions for the Lady Indians. Charlie Lawson comes in along with Natalie Reed. Double block there for a point. 11-7. Substitutions for the Lady Indians. Charlie Lawson comes in along with Natalie Reed. Lawson with that serve. We got an out of rotation call on the Lady Mustangs. So that point goes to Jim Ned, 11-8. Sweetwater still leading. Lawson with a good serve. That is blocked at the net. Beasley and King with a big block. Jim Ned pulls to within 2 in the first set, trailing 11-9. Tough serve. Lawson froze her with that one, and she just had to stick one arm out and couldn't control it. Jim Ned cuts the lead to 1. Attack coming out of the middle. That one's right at Brokaw. Just got on her too quick. The attack was Corpin for the Lady Mustangs. The libero, number 7, Maestas, in to serve. Shriver with a good pass to King. Outside attack by Reed. That was blocked. He said it didn't clear the net. So the point goes to Sweetwater. It didn't clear the net, but I thought it may have touched the blocker's hands. 13-10. Shriver to King. Outside to Reed. Takes that one cross court with the hammer. 11-13. Maddie King back to serve as Garcia checks in on the front row with Reed and Beasley. That one's out of the middle. Garcia mistimed her jump there, and Sweetwater was able to put that one away. Sliding pass by Lawson. That one goes to Reed on the outside. Bringing the thunder from the outside, 14-12. Reed's had the hot hand here so far for the Lady Indians. I'd keep setting her on the outside. Roy into serve for the Lady Indians. Puts that one right in the middle. Cross-court attack. Off speed and just died right in the middle of our defense. Number 2, Gomez into serve for Sweetwater. Leading here in the first. It's 12-15. Shriver to King on the outside for Phelps. Gibson comes back. Diving save by Shriver. Just couldn't get it high enough where anybody could get underneath it. But, man, what an effort to get her hands under that ball. Gibson's been the big attacker for Sweetwater on the outside. Another good serve, 17-12. We got a timeout in the action. Coach Garcia wants to visit about it, so we'll take a quick break and be back with more Lady Indian volleyball after this. Back to live action. Jim Ned trails here in the first, 17-12. Another big swing from the outside by Reed. Tip coming from Gibson. Reed keeps it alive. We have a double call on Gibson. She tried to set that one over. So point goes to Jim Ned. That's tipped at the net. Phelps keeps it alive. King pushes it to the back corner. Tip coming. King with a save. Shriver all the way across to Garcia, who keeps that one from going out of bounds. Barely got inside the antenna. Big block by Phelps and Garcia. 17-14. We know where they're going to go. They're going to go on the outside to Gibson. She and then number 14 and Gonzalez at the net. Those are the two big hitters they're going to go to, so that kind of helps us with our blocks. Good save by Shriver. Wood on the outside, cross court. That's touched by number 2, Gomez. Another point for Jim Ned. Reed with the jump serve. Tip coming out of the middle. Wood keeps it alive. Phelps saves it. King pushes to the back corner. Gonzalez unable to get that one over. So Jim Ned has cut it to 1. Sweetwater's been in the lead since this one started, and we got another timeout. Sweetwater calls that one, so we'll take a quick break. You're watching Lady Indian Volleyball right here on the Sports Nation.
Sendero Properties, connecting buyers and sellers in Jim Ned and all throughout the big country. Our property specializations include residential homes, such as primary homes, luxury homes, vacation homes, and investment properties. We also specialize in farming and ranch land.
Sound is up and down today, folks. Tough to get reception here. 24-20. Gibson goes to send that all the way to the back, but gets called for a double. So Jim Ned gets another point. It is set point for the Lady Mustangs. Roberts hits that one. Shriver dives, unable to get it. And that will close out the first set. Lady Mustangs take that one 25-21. We'll be back with second set action right after this.
Permian Energy Services is a proud supporter of Jim Ned Academics and Athletics. We provide a vast array of services for both private businesses and local landowners, from land clearing and site prep to high voltage electrical installations and maintenance. If you are in need of any of the following services: grubbing, mulching, herbicide application, shredding, chipping, excavations, or if you just need a load of gravel hauled for your driveway, give us a call at 325-554-7034 or check us out online at www.permian-es.
For a healthy life.
Hi, this is John Bunton, owner of Bunton Roofing Company and a product of the Jim Ned Valley. I'm so proud of our community values and the success of our students inside and outside the classroom. Please let us know if we can assist you with any roofing needs, whether it's commercial or residential. We would also like to thank all of our Jim Ned Valley neighbors who allowed us to be their roofer of choice this year. You can find us at buntonroofing.com or give me a call at 325-280-3215.
From your first home to your dream home, Citibank Mortgage makes it easy and convenient right down to the close. With Citibank Mortgage, home ownership is closer than you think. We offer a seamless online application, quick approval process, and industry-leading customer service. You found the right place. Now, let's make it yours. Apply online at citi.bank/mortgage. We make it happen. You make it home. Citibank Mortgage. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 439822. This is not a commitment to lend.
How many people have the chance to make the community better, safer, cleaner? We are a team of environmental professionals driven to deliver for you every day at your home, your business, and your job site. We take more than just waste. We take time, we take precaution, and we take pride. And neighbor to neighbor, let's keep the us in business.
Back to live action as Jim Ned falls in the first one, 25-21. This is a big game for the Lady Indians, because if you take a look at the district standings here, right now Wall Lady Hawks are in the lead with 10-0. Clyde in second, 8-1. Jim Ned is tied with TLCA at 5-4. Sweetwater 3-6. Merkel 1-8, and Great Creek 0-9. So in a tie right now. We're sitting third because we have the head-to-head against TLCA, which we will play them in next week. But every point is crucial, so we got to make sure that we are taking care of business here today and get back into our normal rhythm. And we are underway here in the second. That attack comes from the outside. King jumps, gets a hand on it, but can't control that. So the first point of the second goes to Sweetwater. King, quick set to Garcia. Tip set. Gibson drives that one over. King jump set to Reed on the outside. Between the blockers for another point. 1-1. That first set, it seemed like we just got started way too late and gave them too much of a lead. So here in the second, 1-1, maybe we'll turn things around. Roy with the serve. Serves that one into the net. Shriver comes back in as the libero. Shriver to King. Garcia missed time that one to hit it out. 3-1. Lady Mustangs lead in the second now. Number 8, Valdez, serving for the Lady Mustangs. Short serve. Well, we just don't seem like we're playing together today. Shriver to King, all the way to the outside to Phelps, off the block. Free pass coming over. Lawson back sets that one to Garcia, and she's a single block by Gibson. All the momentum right now is on the Lady Mustang side. It's 5-1. Shriver to King, outside to Phelps, into the double block, but it falls on Sweetwater side. So good break-in service there for Jim Ned. Avery Wood checks in for the Lady Indians on the front row. Got Garcia, Phelps, and Wood. Jump serve by Reed. Attack from the outside dugout by Reed. Wood drives that one over. Cross court. Reed gets that one nice and high to King. Sets out on the outside to Wood. Hits into the double block, lands on top of the net and falls for a Jim Ned point. And we've got a timeout on the floor, so we'll take a quick break. You're watching Lady Indian Volleyball right here on the Sports Nation.
It's more than a piece of land. It's a place where you create memories and leave a legacy. It sounds like a dream. But at Capital Farm Credit, we'll help you make it a reality. As the most experienced rural lender in Texas and a cooperative, we're with you every step of the way. Your goals are our goals. Because no matter what your dream might be, we're all in this together. And together, we're better.
Back to live action. Lady Indians trail here in the second. It's 3-5. I don't think Jim Ned has had the lead today. So we got to find a way to string some points together here and get in the lead and stop playing from behind. Reed with a jump serve. That's an overpass. Phelps is waiting on it. Sets it over just with a little tip, which was the right play because nobody was there. A lot of hitters will jump up and try to overswing on that. And when you're jumping backwards, you can sure hit it in the net easily. Reed with another good jump serve. Set comes to the outside. That one's blocked. Kept alive by the Lady Mustangs. Phelps to King. Got to get something quick here. Tips right over the block. Lands on the line, and we're tied. Smart play to position that tip right over the top of that double block. Reed with another good jump serve. That one's played out of the net. Shriver to King on the outside to Wood. Double block there. King with the save. Garcia passes it over. Outside, that's blocked. Oh, elbow to keep it alive. Lady Mustangs play it over. Shriver sets Wood. No touch. Point goes to Sweetwater. Finley with a pass to King. Wood drives that one over. Overpass kept alive by Garcia. Finley with a good pass to King. Now to Shriver, hits that one in the net. Finley to King to Wood. Tip coming from the middle. Wood tips right over the top of the double block, and nobody was home. Defense is playing way far back. Heads up play by Avery Wood. That brings our score to 6-7. We have a out of rotation call. That's the second one for the Lady Mustangs. And we're all tied at 7. Garcia serves that one to the very back. Cross court, that's dug out by Shriver. Phelps off the net a little bit. Set was off the net, but she put lots of topspin, hit it right at number 7. Maestas, the libero for the Lady Mustangs, can't control it, and just like that, Jim Ned takes the lead for the first time today, also in the second set. Serve is too strong, and we're all tied up at 8. Shriver to King, back to Shriver, back row attack. Drives that one back deep. Cross court. That should have, there's a tip by King. Diving save by Brokaw. King outside to Phelps. Between the double blockers and finds a hole in the defense. Jim Ned takes the lead again at 9-8. Jump serve by Shriver. Tip comes over. She runs up, makes the save. Beasley from the outside. It's blocked. Point goes to Sweetwater. Tied at 9. Service error from Sweetwater. Gives Jim Ned the lead again. Reed checks in on the front row for the Lady Indians with Beasley and King. On the back row, we got Charlie Lawson serving, along with Brokaw and Shriver. Reed from the outside just absolutely hammers that one. Reed has been playing really strong. Playing really strong through district. And she has time to get her full approach in where she can take her steps. She can wind up and plant it on the other side. Overpass, didn't clear the net. It's a great serve by Lawson. Jim Ned 12-9 here in the second. Another good serve. Overpass. King tips that one. Outside to Reed, off the double block. Referee calls that one down. Sliding attempt by Sisk. Referee said she didn't get her hand underneath it. She was trying to get, it's called a pancake. She was trying to get that one, couldn't get it. Another block at the net by Beasley and King. 14-9 is our score. Jim Ned with the lead. Sweetwater takes a timeout, so we'll take a quick break.
With community ties and an eye on the future, Texas National is not your ordinary bank. Come find out what it means to bank locally in the heart of Tuscola with all the services of a big bank, but with that small town feel. At Texas National Bank, we take great pride in our customer service by providing both the technology you need and the service you deserve and expect. So next time you feel like your big corporate bank has outgrown you, look to Texas National, a true community bank.
Back to live action. Jim Ned in control here in the second, 14-9. Lawson still serving. Lady Mustangs are out of timeouts. Gibson has checked in for Sweetwater on the back row. Serves that one to the back row. Everybody moved to get ready to hit, and Setter didn't make her way over to start their offense. So an easy point for Jim Ned at 15-9. Lawson goes straight at Gibson. Cross-court attack by Strickland. Hits that one in the net. Jim Ned with another point. Now leading 16-9 in the second. Back row from Gibson. Blocked by Beasley, but she gets her hands under it and keeps that one alive. Diving save by Lawson. Shriver back set to Reed. Tries to go for a quick tip. Hits that one in the net. Nobody's hurt there. Just got to shake that one off. I'd go right back to her. So number 2, Gomez to serve now for Sweetwater. Brokaw with a good pass to King. Goes right to Reed. It's blocked. Shriver. King rolls it over the top of the double block. Gibson sends it back. Shriver diving save. Reed gives it back. Great effort by Shriver. Dives sideways. Able to just barely get it high enough. Lawson dives for it. Can't control it. 16-11. Gomez serving for the Lady Mustangs. Brokaw to Beasley. Shriver just plays it over. Gibson with a big swing. Overpass goes back to her. Diving save by Lawson. King tips it over. That one's blocked at the net. We got a chance here to put this one away. Goes right to Reed. Saved by Shriver. Beasley plays it over. Outside to Gibson. Right to, that one is in the middle between, Brokaw was in the middle and Shriver was on the outside. Brokaw's got to play that one. So Sweetwater wins that long point. It's 16-12, Jim Ned with the lead. Beasley. We're going to have a lift call. She really pushed that one. It dropped super low, and when it did, she really pushed it forward. The referee calls a lift. 17-12. Service error by King. Reed on the outside, off the double block, out of bounds. When she comes from the outside, she's able to use that outside blocker and the double block, the one closest to the sideline, and able to hit off of her hands because she's elevated so high and just drive that off of her hands out of bounds. So Jim Ned wins that point. Roy with a tough serve. Sweetwater just plays it over. Reed, King, that one's tight. Going to get called for a back row attack. It was right on the net. King tried to jump up and set it with one hand or keep it alive, and it went over the net. And when she did, that's why she gets called for the back row attack. Reed passes that one over. Gibson from the outside. Phelps, Garcia get that tip. That one's going to be close. Phelps tips it. It barely clears the net. But does, so Jim Ned gets that point. 19-14. Reed with the jump serve. Gibson from the outside. Phelps was there. She and Wood were there for the double block. She did everything she could. It just was hit with such force. It went, like we were saying when Natalie hit it, went off of the block and out of bounds, and that's exactly what happened in that case. Finley to King. Shriver drives that one over. Attack coming from the outside. Another block by Wood and Phelps. Man, when Haley gets her timing down, she shuts the middle completely down because she's always on the inside. Well, most of the time on the inside of the double block, playing in that middle blocker position. Back row attack by Gibson, dug out by Garcia. Outside to Phelps. Tips that one to the middle. Phelps with a save. King to Shriver on the back row. Rolls it right over the top of the net. Finds a hole in the defense. Smart play by Shriver to be able to tip that right over the front row. Good serve by Garcia. King on the outside to Phelps off the net. Just misjudged her timing a little bit and hits that one in the net. 21-16. Phelps drives that one over. Shriver with a good save. It's an overpass, but that's all she could do with it. Looks like Roberts there swings on the overpass a little too aggressively and sends it wide. 22-16. Great hustle by Shriver just to get a hand on that ball. Now she serves. Tip comes. Going to have a lift. No, got a violation at the net. Across the midline. That was Corpin. 23-16. Shriver serves at Gibson. Roberts on the attack. Shriver digs it out. King sets that one to Beasley. Off Gibson and out of bounds. Brings up set point for Jim Ned. Shriver with that serve to Gibson. Tip on the outside, dug out by King to Shriver to Beasley. Tips into the double block. Sliding save by Finley. Beasley, smart play. Keeps it inside the antenna. Diving save by Shriver. Can't get her hand underneath it. Sweetwater has that point. Number 1, Sisk, checks in for the Lady Mustangs along with number 14, Gonzalez. And Sisk will be back serving. It's 14-7, Jim Ned leading in the second. Beasley plays that one over. Wow. Number 14, Gonzalez, throws an arm out there, keeps it inside the antenna, hits the top of the net, and falls for that point for Sweetwater. Shriver to King, to Wood on the outside. Hits the top of the net and falls for that point for Sweetwater. Shriver to King, to Wood on the outside. Good save by Finley. Brokaw sends it to the middle. Shriver plays it over. Sisk sets that one outside to Roberts off the block. King to Beasley. We've got a net violation on Beasley. 25-19. Finley to Beasley. Shriver drives that one over. Sweetwater can't control it, and that'll do it for the second set. Lady Indians take that one 25-19. So we'll take a break and be back with third set action after this.
Permian Energy Services is a proud supporter of Jim Ned Academics and Athletics. We provide a vast array of services for both private businesses and local landowners, from land clearing and site prep to high voltage electrical installations and maintenance. If you are in need of any of the following services: grubbing, mulching, herbicide application, shredding, chipping, excavations, or if you just need a load of gravel hauled for your driveway, give us a call at 325-554-7034 or check us out online at www.permian-es.com.
For a healthy life.
Hi, this is John Bunton, owner of Bunton Roofing Company and a product of the Jim Ned Valley. I'm so proud of our community values and the success of our students inside and outside the classroom. Please let us know if we can assist you with any roofing needs, whether it's commercial or residential. We would also like to thank all of our Jim Ned Valley neighbors who allowed us to be their roofer of choice this year. You can find us at buntonroofing.com or give me a call at 325-280-3215.
From your first home to your dream home, Citibank Mortgage makes it easy and convenient right down to the close. With Citibank Mortgage, home ownership is closer than you think. We offer a seamless online application, quick approval process, and industry-leading customer service. You found the right place. Now, let's make it yours. Apply online at citi.bank/mortgage. We make it happen. You make it home. Citibank Mortgage. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 439822. This is not a commitment to lend.
How many people have the chance to make
Back here to live action. as the Lady Indians have just evened up the match, winning the second set 25-19 after trailing or losing in the first set 21-25. So we're all tied up here with one set apiece. That looked a little more like us. We weren't so reactive. We were a little more proactive. The net is what we were trying to get accomplished, I think, in that set. So Sweetwater will start off serving. Phelps tips that one. Gibson will play it over. Lawson to King to Garcia across court. No touch on that call. So Sweetwater will take the first point here in the third. Garcia swings big at the net. King to Phelps, cross court. Nice save by Lawson. Phelps plays it over. Gibson on the outside, that's blocked. Great point by the Lady Indians there. Good save by Lawson, and she got it to Shriver. We were able to keep that point alive, and we're all tied at one apiece in the third. Reed with that serve. King goes to Phelps, who puts that one away right on the line. Reed with another good serve. Tip coming, that's blocked at the net. Free pass coming. Phelps, King on the outside to Wood, goes cross court. That one's taken to the back, dug out by Reed. King, Wood drives it over. Shriver with a great pass to King. Garcia at the net, that one's blocked. Gibson on the outside, and it's too wide. Another point for the Lady Indians, who lead here in the third set 3-1. Got a service error there by the Lady Indians. 3-2. Phelps on the attack out of the middle. Lady Mustangs able to put that one away, and we're all tied at 3 apiece. Wood on the outside off the double block. Cross court goes to King. Shriver sets it up for Wood. Gibson with a miss hit. So Jim Ned takes the lead in the third, 4-3. tip coming. Schreiber was waiting on it. She saw it coming. Phelps goes down the line. Too strong for Maestas to handle the libero from Sweetwater. Jim Ned with another point, up 5-3 in the third. Dug out by Finley. Schreiber drives that one over. Sisk sets outside for Gibson off the block. King keeps it alive. Wood to Phelps, and she tips it over. Good pass by Garcia. Outside to Phelps. No touch. Point goes to Sweetwater. And we're Jim Ned still in the lead, 5-4. Roy in to play the back row. Number 13, Garcia, to serve for the Lady Mustangs. Off the top of the net. Roy saves that one, gets it to Finley, and then Schreiber drives it over. Cross-court attack dug out by Roy. Outside to Phelps off the double block, and we've got a net violation. Looks like that is on number 9, Mataska, for the Lady Mustangs. So Jim Ned will take that point and the serve. Schreiber back to serve. Floater serve. Tip comes. Kept alive by Wood. Finley over to Beasley. Never cleared the net, so that is a four call, or 4 touches. Another point for Jim Ned, up 7-4. Great serve by Schreiber down the line. Roll shot. Roy to King. Beasley, great angle. Gibson had come off the net for Sweetwater, and she really pulled into the middle thinking it was going to be a tip to the middle. And Beasley took a sharp angle and drove that one to the line. 8-4. Another tough serve. She was really working this line on the serve there, trying to go at the libero. Maestas just took that one a little wide, but very aggressive, and I like it. Serve comes from Sweetwater, goes to Roy. Wood with the attack. King, back row to Schreiber. Drives that right over the single blocker. Mataska was up to block, and Bailey able to roll that right over her hands into the hole in the defense. 9-5. Sorry about the video. I'll try to get that one fixed. We're still playing. Beasley with a tip and another point. Ten to 5. Jim Ned, give me a second. I'm working on the video. Attack on the outside. That was Reed. That brings our score to 11-6. Jim Ned ahead. I'm trying to work on the video. Reed with another point there. It's 12-6. 13-6 now. Jim Ned with the lead. We've got a timeout. I'll try to get this fixed and be back with more action after this.
When you call Hall Mortgage, the experience you can expect to get from us here is first-class customer service. That's what we pride ourselves on, is customer service. From the time that the girls answer the phones to the time the guys are dispatched to your home. But the most important thing that I feel that sets us apart from everybody else also is our integrity. You know, we're not someone who's going to go over there and, you know, try to sell you something.
The Jim Ned Education Foundation is a 501 nonprofit organization supporting innovative educational projects and activities that are beyond traditional funding. Foundation funds will be used for educational enrichment programs, such as innovative grants and programs to enhance student achievement, and to recognize exemplary staff involvement. We gratefully accept donations from individuals, families, companies, and other entities to support our Jim Ned CISD teachers and students. All dollars stay local and are disseminated annually to teachers in the district.
When you call Hall Mortgage, the experience you can expect to get from us here is first-class customer.
Back to live action. I'm still trying to work on the video feed, but that point goes to Jim Ned. Still up 14-6. Tip coming. That one's saved by King. Shriver back sets that one on the back row for Lawson for the attack. Great block at the net by Beasley and Garcia for another Jim Ned point. Tip coming. Garcia gets a hand on it, saved by Lawson. Shriver plays that one over. Attack out of that middle. Shriver gets it up in the air. Reed runs it down. Shriver plays it over. Tip coming out of the middle. Another save by Shriver. King back set to Beasley off the double block for another point. 16-6 now. Jim Ned with the lead. Another good serve by King for an ace. 17-6. There's a service error by King. So that point will go to Sweetwater. 17-7 is the score. King with the set on the back row for Lawson. That one's tipped. Number 14 from Sweetwater gets that one through the double block and falls for a point. It's 17-8. Shriver gets that one to King, and Garcia absolutely unloads on that one to give Jim Ned a 18-8 lead in the third. Brokaw with a great save. Reed sends that one over. Good save by Lawson to King. Reed with a roll shot. Sweetwater keeps coming back at us. Lawson with a great pass. Set on the outside to Garcia, and that one's blocked. So Sweetwater gets that point. Substitutions for both teams. Still working on the video. Tough serve by the Lady Mustangs off of Lawson. 18-10. Shriver passes that one over. Attack out of the middle. King with a save. Gibson tips that one into the net. So another point for Jim Ned. (19-10). Lady Indians lead in the third. I apologize for the video feed. The internet is not great here. Lady Mustangs send that one out of bounds. 20-10, Jim Ned with the lead. Cross-court attack. King picks that one up to Shriver. Back row from Reed. Gibson on the outside. But Phelps and Garcia with the double block. Free pass coming from the Lady Mustangs. King sets Phelps out of the middle. It's blocked but kept alive. Sweetwater unable to get that one over the net. Jim Ned with another point. 21-10. That point goes to Sweetwater. Jim Ned still leads in the third, 21-11. Big swing from Phelps. Sweetwater can't return it. (22-11). Sweetwater plays that one. Shriver jumps and saves it. King runs it down. Unable to play that one. It went into the bench area. So it's 22-12. Jim Ned with the lead. Big serve, dug out by Roy. Wood with the attack out of the middle. Gibson from Sweetwater with a put away. 22-13. Finley with a great serve receive. That serve died when it came over the net. Number 15 for Sweetwater. Corpin takes a sharp angle right at Roy. Unable to control that one. It's 22-14. Jim Ned still leads in the third. Wood with a good swing from the outside. That's tipped alive. Sweetwater can't get it over the net. So Jim Ned gets another point, 23-14. Service error from the Lady Indians, 23-15. They give it right back to us with a service error. It's 24-15. Jim Ned with set point here in the third. Good serve by Lawson. Number 9, Mataska with a swing on the outside off the double block and out of bounds. It's 24-16. Still Jim Ned's lead. Shriver, dives and saves that one. Barely clears the net. Sweetwater gets it back over. Goes to Shriver. Set on the outside to Reed. Back row attack coming from Sweetwater. Gibson hits that one in the net. So Jim Ned will close out the third set, winning that one 25-16. We'll take a quick break and be back with fourth set action and hopefully some video after this.
Permian Energy Services is a proud supporter of Jim Ned Academics and Athletics. We provide a vast array of services for both private businesses and local landowners, from land clearing and site prep to high voltage electrical installations and maintenance. If you are in need of any of the following services: grubbing, mulching, herbicide application, shredding, chipping, excavations, or if you just need a load of gravel hauled for your driveway, give us a call at 325-554-7034 or check us out online at www.permian-es.
For a healthy life.
Hi, this is John Bunton, owner of Bunton Roofing Company and a product of the Jim Ned Valley. I'm so proud of our community values and the success of our students inside and outside the classroom. Please let us know if we can assist you with any roofing needs, whether it's commercial or residential. We would also like to thank all of our Jim Ned Valley neighbors who allowed us to be their roofer of choice this year. You can find us at buntonroofing.com or give me a call at 325-280-3215.
From your first home to your dream home, Citibank Mortgage makes it easy and convenient right down to the close. With Citibank Mortgage, home ownership is closer than you think. We offer a seamless online application, quick approval process, and industry-leading customer service. You found the right place. Now, let's make it yours. Apply online at citi.bank/mortgage. We make it happen. You make it home. Citibank Mortgage. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 439822. This is not a commitment to lend.
How many people have the chance to make the community better, safer, cleaner? We're a team of environmental professionals driven to deliver for you every day at your home, your business, and your job site. We take more than just waste. We take time, we take precaution, and we take pride. And neighbor to neighbor, let's keep the us in business.
Number 12, Strickland, hits that one in the net. So Jim Ned cuts it to 2. Sweetwater still leads 6-4 in the 4th set. Free pass coming. Wood with a good attack, but it's saved by the Lady Mustangs. King on the outside to Phelps. King goes back to Phelps again, goes down the line this time. Shriver to King to Wood. That one is tipped at the net, diving save. Just can't get to it. It's 7-4, Sweetwater. Some big digs by Sweetwater on that one. We were swinging away, but man, they just kept finding a way to keep it in play. It's 7-4. Cross court. Shriver plays that one. Wood out of the net. King pushes it to the corner. Free pass coming. Roy to King on the outside for Phelps. Maestas keeps that one alive. Free pass coming. King to Wood, who tips that one right over the top of the single blocker for a point for Jim Ned. Man, Lady Indians are doing a great job just hammering the ball at the net. The Lady Mustangs just seem to be able to find a way to get it back over. But as long as we keep swinging, we'll be fine. There's a pass from Maestas into the net. So Jim Ned cuts their lead to within 1. 6-7 is your score. Good save by Shriver. It's still alive. Roy plays it over. Tip coming. King just can't get there, but man, what a save by Shriver. That point didn't go our way, but man, good hustle. She got her hand underneath there. Again, that's called a pancake, and she was able to get her hand underneath there and keep the point alive. Excellent effort. It's 8-6. Sweetwater with the lead. Sisk, the server for Sweetwater. Too strong out the back. Point goes to Jim Ned. Lawson with that serve. Tip coming. She puts that one right in a hole in the defense. That was number 10, Wilson. Number 2, Gomez, will serve for Sweetwater, but that puts Gibson back on the front row for the Lady Mustangs, and she's the big hitter up there. Shriver with a good pass to King. Reed on the outside. That one's kept alive. Passed over. Lawson to King. To Beasley. Tries to cut that one around the block. Hits that one just wide. We've got a timeout on the floor by Jim Ned. So we'll take a quick break. You're watching Lady Indian Volleyball right here on the Sports Nation.
Abilene Seamless Rain Gutter is a locally owned family business that specializes in installing made-to-fit seamless gutters and downspouts for your home and commercial property. With over 16 years of service in the Big Country, Abilene Seamless also provides commercial and residential gutter cleaning and repair. Contact them today at 325-676-4367. That's Abilene Seamless Gutters, proud Jim Ned alumni and supporters of Indian Nation.
Back to live action. Jim Ned trails here in the fourth set. It's 7-10. Sweetwater with the serve. King hustles that one down, sends it back over. Gibson on the attack. Lawson was able to get a hand on it, but that was it. Another point for Sweetwater. Reed on the outside. Lawson to King, goes back to Lawson for a back row attack. Man, Charlie Lawson, she's very good at the back row attacks. She's able to put some top spin on it. And the diving save by the Lady Mustangs, just they couldn't control it. So Jim Ned leads 11-8. King with the serve. Gibson, too strong, puts that one out the back for another Jim Ned point, 9-11. King with a good serve, goes right at Maestas, the libero. She can't control it to get it to the backup setter. Jim Ned gets another point, 10-11. Tip coming. Shriver was waiting on it. Back set to Beasley, takes it cross court. Gibson with a tip. King to Shriver to Reed. She tips it into a block. Ball still alive. Shriver plays it over. That attack is on the outside. But he calls a net violation on Garcia. I didn't see that one. I was watching the ball as it went down the line, and it was wide, but net violation's the call. So Sweetwater gets the serve. King keeps it alive. We seem out of sorts here. We've got to quit worrying about the officials and just get one good pass so we can get a set and put it away. Shriver to King. Reed on the outside. That was tipped. Lawson to King. Back set. Shriver rolls that one from the back row. Garcia with another tip. Two Sweetwater girls run together on that, but they all get up smiling and laughing. The result of it is a point for Jim Ned. Trailing in the fourth, 11-13. Cora Brokaw in to serve. Gibson hits that one to Lawson. She gets it to King, who sends that one over. Brokaw, nice high pass to King. Reed on the outside takes it cross court right at Gibson. She can't handle it. It's 12-13. Service error. Number 15, Corpin checks in for Sweetwater, along with number 13, Garcia. Garcia will serve and be the setter, and Corpin will be another attacker on the front. Back set, that goes to Reed, cross court, played by the libero. Gibson, cross court. Shriver to King. Gibson sends that one to the corner. Gibson hits right into our blocker, but it falls on Jim Ned's side, so Sweetwater gets that point. It's 15-12. Ooh, that serve floats out. Nice job by Shriver communicating with Reed, who was going to play it. Shriver called her off, and she let it go, and it was just long. 15-13. Reed serves. Reed with a dig to King. Wood on the outside. Gibson able to wind up and put that one home. Finley checks in for Jim Ned. It's 13-16, Sweetwater with the lead. Roberts in for Sweetwater. And number 6, Woolsey, back to serve. That goes to Garcia. King back set to Phelps. Free pass coming. Way too strong, and that's out of play. Good serve by Garcia. Free pass coming. Finley, good pass to King. Outside, Phelps tips that one. Ball still alive. Finley to Wood in the middle, who tips it over. Tip coming. King to Finley. Shriver drives it over. That tip was coming, but Phelps was able to get a block. They were asking about Phelps reaching over the net. She did not. He said it was in right on top of the net, so that point goes to Jim Ned. Garcia with another serve goes right to the libero. She couldn't make a pass, but both her fists up and punches that one, literally punches it into the net, and we're tied at 16. Roberts to Finley. Phelps on the outside goes down the line. Oh. It must have been just wide because, man, it looked like she painted the line with it. Sweetwater gets the point, 17-16. Myers, this is the server. Shriver. That one goes outside to Phelps, who puts it in the corner. One hand save. Wood tips it over. Finley, that's going to be close. Tipped by King. Big swing on the outside by Phelps. Tip coming. Shriver to King. Tips that one over. Free pass coming. Shriver, King to the middle to Wood, who tips it right over the single blocker. Number 10, Wilson, went up to block it. Wood saw that, tipped it right over the top of her head, and none of the Lady Mustangs could get there. And we're tied at 17 apiece. In the fourth set, Jim Ned leading 2-1. Service error. Gives the serve and the point to Sweetwater. Sisk in to serve, and Gonzalez checks in for the Lady Mustangs on the front row. Finley to King, sets a back set to Wood for another kill for Avery Wood. She's done a great job at the net, finding the hole in the defense. Reed in on the front row for Jim Ned, along with Beasley and King, and Lawson in to serve. Reed with a hammer from the front row. Jim Ned takes the lead, 19-18. Tip. Boy, instead of setting that one on the second one, which is what we were waiting on, Sisk, the setter, quickly throws one over and caught us off guard, and we're tied at 19. Gibson back in on the front row for Sweetwater. Gomez in to serve. Shriver to King. Beasley out of the middle, takes a good angle there. Gibson, that one's saved by Roy. Comes back over Shriver. Good save. She drives that one over. Great job staying on the ground so she didn't get called for a back row attack. Roy to King, goes to the outside, which is where Reed was waiting on it to put that one away. Not 20-19, Jim Ned with the lead. We have a substitution, Garcia back in. Roy did a great job on the back, getting some of those passes up to King. If we can get a great pass to King, we got a really good chance of putting it away with the front row we have right now. Back set to Beasley. Tip, saved by Lawson. Shriver to the middle. Reed plays it over. Gonzalez from the Lady Mustangs came from the outside, tried to go down the line. Had a little too much spin on it and sent it wide. Jim Ned up 21-19. King with that service error. 21-20, Jim Ned leading in the fourth. Wilson turns right around and gives us that back with her own service error. So Beasley, Miley Beasley, the sophomore, one of the sophomores, is in to serve for Jim Ned. Jump serve. Cross court. That was dug out, but we had a quick whistle and we had a net or a violation at the net, stepped over the line in the middle. So Sweetwater gets that point. Great job by King to play that one out of the net. Tip coming, goes to Reed. King goes to the middle for Phelps. We have a net violation. And all of our girls instantly turned and looked at the referee who made the net call, because Phelps was off the net far enough. There's no way she could have reached the net. But the call stands, and we're tied at 22 apiece. Shriver to King. Goes back to Shriver on the back row. Gibson with a pass. Sweetwater gives it right back to us. Lawson on the back row. Big swing from back there. King goes to Phelps out of the middle. Lawson with a good save. Reed hammers one. Maestas with that dig. Lawson goes to Phelps and hits that one at the top of the net. Point goes to Sweetwater. And they take the lead at 22-23. And we've got a timeout, so we'll take a quick break and be back with the conclusion of the fourth set after this. Back to live action here. Sweetwater has just taken the lead in the fourth. It's 22-23. But Jim Ned battles through that point, and we're tied at 23 apiece. Avery Wood comes in on the front row for Jim Ned. Serving will be Natalie Reed. Jim Ned leads 2-1, so we need to close this one out. Jump serve. Free pass coming. This is our chance to put this one away. King to the middle for Phelps. Tips right over the top. And it worked. Gibson was able to get there, but she passed it and nobody else moved. So that's match point for Jim Ned. 24-23. Serve is good. Back set to Gibson. King has to play that one, so Shriver will set it to Wood cross court. King to Shriver to Reed from the back row. Gibson on the outside. That one's dug out by Shriver. What a save by Garcia and a diving play by Reed to keep the ball alive. Shriver goes to King now. It's going to be tied at the net. And Sweetwater comes away with a point. Man, it was a great play. We were able to dig it out. It went up and it hit the speaker in the ceiling. And King was behind the speaker and couldn't see it. We're all tied at 24 apiece. That serve comes over to Finley, to King. Shriver on the back row. Great effort there. Just couldn't play it across. So now Sweetwater has set point. Gibson will be serving for the Lady Mustangs. That one goes to Garcia, to King. Shriver hits that one in the net. And that'll do it for the fourth. It's 26-24 Sweetwater. So we'll have our fifth set coming up after this quick break.
Permian Energy Services is a proud supporter of Jim Ned Academics and Athletics. We provide a vast array of services for both private businesses and local landowners, from land clearing and site prep to high voltage electrical installations and maintenance. If you are in need of any of the following services: grubbing, mulching, herbicide application, shredding, chipping, excavations, or if you just need a load of gravel hauled for your driveway, give us a call at 325-554-7034 or check us out online at www.permian-es.
A healthy life.
Hi, this is John Bunton, owner of Bunton Roofing Company and a product of the Jim Ned Valley. I'm so proud of our community values and the success of our students inside and outside the classroom. Please let us know if we can assist you with any roofing needs, whether it's commercial or residential. We would also like to thank all of our Jim Ned Valley neighbors who allowed us to be their roofer of choice this year. You can find us at buntonroofing.com or give me a call at 325-280-3215.
From your first home to your dream home, Citibank Mortgage makes it easy and convenient right down to the close. With Citibank Mortgage, home ownership is closer than you think. We offer a seamless online application, quick approval process, and industry-leading customer service. You found the right place. Now, let's make it yours. Apply online at citi.bank/mortgage. We make it happen. You make it home. Citibank Mortgage. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 439822. This is not a commitment to lend.
How many people have the chance to make the community better, safer, cleaner? We are a team of environmental professionals driven to deliver for you every day at your home, your business, and your job site. We We take more than just waste. We take time, we take precaution, and we take pride. And neighbor to neighbor, let's keep the us in business.
Back here to begin the fifth set. This one is pretty important for Jim Ned. Losing the first set, 21-25, battling back, winning the second one, 25-19, and the third, 25-16. Sweetwater turns around and wins the fourth set, 24-26. This set, high school volleyball now in Texas anyway, you play best 3 out of 5. This being the fifth set, instead of going to 25 like you normally would, this set is the first one to 15, but you got to win by 2. Jim Ned's already played one of these before against TLCA at TLCA and won that one 17-15. So we are hoping that we have the same result, that we get a win, but 17-15 was way too close. Just like that, we're up 1-0. Tip coming, that one's blocked. Garcia got a hand on it, but Gibson able to just tip it right at her, and she pulls it down on our side. So we're tied at 1 apiece. Momentum has definitely shifted a little bit. Sweetwater seems to have all the momentum. Jim Ned's got to have something go our way just to relax and play our game here in the fifth. Shriver keeps that one alive. It goes back to her. She cuts that one down the line. Cross court by number 14, Gonzalez. Hits the net. Point goes to Jim Ned. Leading 2-1 in the fifth. Garcia serving. That's a service error, and we're tied at 2 apiece. Number 13, Garcia, serving for Sweetwater. Good pass. King sends that one over on the second. Gibson, cross court, dug out by Shriver. King goes to Phelps. And we have a touch call. So the point will go to Jim Ned. The Sweetwater faithful, I don't think, are real happy with that. But Jim Ned takes the lead 3-2. Shriver with that serve. Set coming to Gibson. Roy dives for it. Just can't control it, and we're tied at 3 apiece. King sets outside to Beasley. That one's blocked but dug out by Shriver. Cross court attack by Wood. Number 12, Strickland with that kill. And it's 4-3, Sweetwater with the lead. Now we have a foot fault when she served. Number 19, when she served, she stepped on the line, so that is a foot fault. So the point goes to Jim Ned, and we're tied at 4 apiece. Nice dig right there by Lawson. Reed tips that over the top of the block. It's played over by Sweetwater. Roy to Shriver to Reed, cross court for a kill. Jim Ned takes the lead 5-4. Good serve by Lawson. Shriver with that dig. Goes to Lawson, back to Shriver. Cross court. Lawson was waiting on it, but it went right at King, and she put a hand up, which I don't blame her. That's the instinctive thing to do. Just goes off her hand sideways, and we're tied at 5 apiece. Maestas, the libero for Sweetwater, serving. Reed tips that one. They were waiting for the big boom coming from her, and she tipped it right into number 10, who brought it down with her. Smart play by the senior Natalie Reed. Garcia checks back in on the front row. King serves. Down the line, it hit the antenna. So Maddie King, the senior captain, comes over and asks the official, did that not hit the antenna? It went down the line, and it was close. I don't know if it didn't hit the antenna. I don't know how it didn't get by. But the line judge who's looking down that line shook her head no, that she didn't see it hit the antenna. They've got all 4 officials over here. So they're having a discussion. And she says, no, it did not hit the antenna. So Sweetwater will take that point. We're tied at 6 apiece. Sisk in to serve for Sweetwater. Reed with the hammer down the line. There was no question she was swinging at that one. She put that right between the blockers. It went off of their arms and out of bounds, but man, she decided she was going to put that one away, and that brings our score to 6-7. Jim Ned with the lead. And a service error, so we're tied at 7 apiece. We got to find a way to string a couple of points together. We can't just get 1 point, get the ball back, and then commit an error or lose the point. We got to find a way to make sure we can string a couple of points together and get some momentum. Shriver from the back. Number 1, Sisk just can't seem to play that when it rolls off the back of her hands and out of bounds. Jim Ned takes the lead 8-7. Reed goes back to serve. Serves that one in the net, and we're all tied at 8 apiece. Number 10, Wilson serving. Goes to Garcia. King goes to the middle for Phelps. Hits that right off of Sisk's shoulder. She had to turn her head sideways, or she'd have taken her head clean off. It's 9-8. Jim Ned with the lead. Jessa Garcia, another one of our seniors, serving. Gets that into play. Roll shot coming. Goes to Shriver. King goes to the outside to Phelps. Into the double block, but it hits the antenna. Point goes to Jim Ned. Number 14, Gonzalez, and number 9, Mataska were trying to block that one. Just couldn't get it done. Jim Ned with a 2-point lead. Garcia with an ace. Another good serve. And there's the points I was talking about. You string them together, and all of a sudden Jim Ned's up 11-8. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll be back. You're watching Jim Ned Lady Indian Volleyball right here on the Sports Nation.
With community ties and an eye on the future, Texas National is not your ordinary bank. Come find out what it means to bank locally in the heart of Tuscola with all the services of a big bank, but with that small town feel. At Texas National Bank, we take great pride in our customer service by providing both the technology you need and the service you deserve and expect. So next time you feel like your big corporate bank has outgrown you, look to Texas National, a true community bank.
Back here in Sweetwater with our fifth and final set. Jim Ned leads this one 11-8. The officials are making sure after the last point where Sweetwater hit the antenna, they want to make sure everything's lined up like it should. Good serve by Garcia, sends it to the back row. Gibson gets blocked at the net by Wood. King sends it to the back corner. Outside attack coming from Gibson. Garcia gets it in the air, but it went off of her arms, which it was coming pretty quick, and went off her arms towards the bleachers. Shriver made a great effort, just couldn't track it down. It's 11-9, Jim Ned. Number 8, Valdez into serve for Sweetwater. Sends that one to Roy, to King. Phelps, roll shot to the back line. Gibson. Oh my goodness. The line judge was moving away, makes the call. Coach Garcia was standing looking at the line. Instantly she calls it out. The official calls it in. He's got to hold his ground so he gets the best look at it. Tough call. But we get it right back. There's a net violation on number 9. Sweetwater coach looks at her and says, stay out of the net, because that point goes to Jim Ned, up 12-10 in the 5th. Back set cross court. Oh, it's kept alive. Great play by Roy and Beasley. Roy with another good pass to King. Goes to the outside to Beasley off the double block. Gibson with a roll shot. Finley to King. Wood with a slide hit. That one is dug out. Free pass coming. King to Shriver. Goes to Beasley with a roll shot. Gibson's going to swing on that one. Gets it right between our blockers and out of bounds. Point goes to Sweetwater. Great defense, great hustle by Jim Ned. It's 12-11. Jim Ned with the lead. Gibson on the back row serving. Goes to Finley. Beasley takes it cross court. Pass comes over. We got a chance here to do something quick. Put that one away. Slide hit by Wood. And she sends it cross court for the kill. We got all the defense running back for Sweetwater. That's why I was saying we get something quick here, because they were all in the back and running forward. If we could get a quick set, which we did, the slide hit by Wood. And she was able to put that one away. We got an injury timeout here. It's like Gibson, junior from Sweetwater. I'm not sure if she got hit in the head or poked in the eye. They're checking her out, which he has to do. She got hit in the head, which is what it tells me. Then he's going to do a little concussion protocol real quick, just to make sure. Got a timeout since it's an injury. Jim Ned leading 13-11. We'll take a quick break and be back with the conclusion of this match after this. All right, after that timeout, looks like she's okay. She's smiling and seems to be all right. Jim Ned leads here 13-11 in the fifth. Charlie Lawson, the junior, serving. Maestas sends that one to the back row. King on the outside to Reed. Puts that one away, and it brings up match point for Jim Ned. 14-11. I'd go right back to Reed here and put an exclamation point on this one. Lawson. Oh! Serves it just long. 14-12. Wouldn't change a thing here. I'd get a good pass, a good set to King. He'll send it outside to Lawson. To Reed, and she does just that. Sends that one down the line for another Lady Indians victory. She did put the exclamation point on that one. Sends that one down the line, but not the outcome we wanted, but just didn't play the way we wanted to play the first time we met them. We won that one 25-17, 25-16, and then 25-9. Today it was a little more work for us. We lost the first set 21-25, won the second 25-19, and the third 25-16. Lost the fourth one 24-26, but stayed in it and battled back to win this one in the fifth, 15-12. Great job by the Lady Indians here in Sweetwater today. They'll be back in action on Tuesday night. It'll be home against Merkel, and that's also senior night. So everybody's going to want to come out and watch them play Tuesday night against Merkel. It ought to be a great show. Got some great things planned for our seniors as they've been our leaders now for a few years and do an amazing job. So we want to make sure that you all come out and give them the love and support that they need. Only two games left in district. We got Merkel on Tuesday night, and then Saturday we play at home against TLCA, which that is a huge one for us. We won the first one in 5 at TLCA, but we need to close out these next two, which will secure the third place spot for us heading into district. So apologize again for all the technical difficulties, but man, we thank you all for joining us and hanging in with us. For Scott Carlisle here in Sweetwater, have a good rest of your weekend, and don't forget, early voting starts this week, starts on Monday, so you'll have time to get some early voting in. If not, the election will be on November 4th. Make sure you get out and exercise your right to vote. Thanks for joining us. Have a good weekend.